Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and we recently swapped the T56 Magnum into my 2004 SVT Cobra Terminator. And so I wanted to provide you with some other videos. There's a full playlist in the video description that does the complete walkthrough, talks about the different transmissions, what's different, what parts you'll need, a full spreadsheet with part numbers. So check the video description for that. Today what we're going to cover is the drive shaft. It is a different spline count and a different length, so that's very important. So I'll show you that part of it today, which drive shaft that you're going to need for the T56 Magnum swap in your 0304 Cobra. Keep in mind there are a lot of variables depending on if you're still independent rear suspension, different lengths for different things. So you'll need to do your research, but check all the videos and it should answer most of your questions. I went with the TUET 11010, which retains the stock 2.66 first gear, and here's the drive shaft with part number. Next we have the drive shaft, which we went with the FDSH8 MAG F, item 610100. So if you look at the T56 stock, it has a 27 spline output shaft on the transmission. So 27 teeth there, a smaller output shaft there. So if you look at the Magnum, it's a lot bigger, 31 spline and thicker. So you can't just use your old drive shaft. You would have to change the front flange and yoke. And being that the T56 Magnum is longer, you would have to also shorten your drive shaft. So if you look at the front of these, you can definitely see the difference if you were to count those teeth. You got 27 spline on the left with the stock one and 31 on the DSS one.
Okay, so here's the DSS drive shaft for the 0304 Cobra T56 Magnum swap. So I have it lined up next to the 0304 Cobra stock drive shaft, just so you kind of see a difference here. The main difference is where it's going to go into the transmission. So since the T56 is longer, you'll notice that this has to be brought back. This drive shaft would be too long, and where it would ultimately go into the transmission and hit the tail shaft is up here. So that has to be brought back.
Next, we slid the drive shaft right up in. It went perfectly, and we torqued the 4 bolts that go from the drive shaft to the flange to 83 foot-pounds, which is pretty heavy. So double check all your torque specs for your applications. We then added our HP MTF from Tremec. So this is their manual transmission fluid, HP, and it was a little expensive. So we just decided to go with that because if Tremec recommends it and says it goes in their transmissions, then we felt like we couldn't go wrong. So since you can't fill it through the top of the shifter, we had to pump it up into the side. Maybe that's something that they can do on future short throws, is add a little fill plug. That'd be kind of cool.